Hello everyone, welcome to F1 2020, a new game which has just launched, and we will start a new series on the channel where we will play the career mode in this game. We will also create our own team to race with, which is a new feature for F1 2020. I am super excited about this game. I've been playing some F1 2019, but not a lot. So I have about 140 hours in F1 2019. I've played through the career 2 times, so to speak. So I've played through all the maps twice in F1 2019. And then we now have F1 2020, so I'm of course jumping on the train because I really enjoyed F1 2019 and I think I will enjoy this game as much or even more. So by saying that, I hope you all understand that I am not in any way a professional race or sim race driver. 140 hours in F1 2020, and I'm also just about to finish a series of the arcade racer, The Crew 2. But apart from that, I have not done a lot of racing, neither in real life or on computers for many years. So the angle for this episode or this series will be like, I mean, F1 seems to be like the top layer of racing, right? It seems to be very extreme, and of course it goes very fast. You seem to have like, you may think you need lightning reactions and stuff like that. It may almost be like intimidating. Is this worth my money? Will I enjoy an F1 game as an average dude or girl with no particular racing skills? So that's the angle we will have here. Like, can the average gamer enjoy F1 2020? Because I consider myself an average gamer. So, with that being said, let's start by creating my own team or our own team. So we have it right here. I have previously just entered the game and set up like the graphic options to make sure that I can do some decent recording, at least with the hardware that I currently have. And I set up my controls and stuff, so I sort of recognize or feel at home as I did in F1 2019. I don't have my car setups and stuff with me, of course, from F1 2019. You can't seem to migrate those into F1 2020, so we'll have to set all of that up again. But we'll work with that as we play through the first season here. But let's go right ahead and start our new team. So my team. Do you want the challenge of entering into Formula 1 as a new team? Yes. In my team mode, you'll start from scratch as the 11th team on the grid, building up your team in order to create a lasting legacy. Sounds good. Being both the owner and the driver will have its own unique set of challenges. You'll have to perform both on the track and behind the scenes. Yeah, that kind of figures, yeah.
Here, you'll experience the world of Formula 1 not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's choose your character.
Alright, so list mode. Character, yeah, I already have a character set up as I originally started the game, just to set it up. So I think we can just go with that.
Right. Now, let's set up some of the key details of your new team. We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team?
Alright, name. I often go with black and yellow, so that's sort of like B. What about B Sting? It's like a B with a sting, and we will go with like black and yellow colors or something like that. B Sting. Yeah, maybe corny, but let's go with that.
Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor.
Alright, sponsorship, sounds good.
Our primary sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal that they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
All right. Let's see a goal bonus. Okay, so I guess then the higher the bonus, the harder the goal. That seems to be the toughest one. Earn 15 Constructors Championship points in a season. Signing bonus, weekly income is also the highest. No, the weekly income is same here, which only has the target of complete the full season. Seems very easy. But the goal bonus is way lower though. So I don't know, should we go for the toughest one? Why not?
Fantastic. Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supplier now.
Alrighty
We need
then.
both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
Alright, yeah. So at this point, I don't know how much money do we have in the bank. We know what the cost is, but I'm not sure what we have in the bank. Maybe I should have remembered that from the, like, what was this? The sponsorship money. But let's see here, let's compare. I would like to go with Ferrari, of course, but it seems like that's the absolutely most expensive one. Performance and durability. The performance is way higher in Ferrari. Really tough choice this. This can be changed between seasons. Okay, so you will have to play an entire season with the ones we have. If we perform well, we will be able to sort of upgrade our way past the other ones. And I don't know if we need money for that as well. It's so hard when you don't know how the game actually works. Really tough, because without performance you can't win, and if you don't win you can't progress. I mean, you will earn the most by winning, right? So at least that's experience from F1 2019. But maybe this works different. The durability is way higher here than this one. For 1 million more you get like a couple of more performance, not that much, but you get way higher durability. Yeah, okay, maybe that's a good in-between choice. Let's go with Mercedes.
For our team now, but we still need a teammate for you. These
Okay,
are the
teammate.
drivers available to be your first teammate. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, so consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they'll earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level.
Alright. So considering the numbers we had discussed or looked at previously, 250k is not a lot difference, I think. It says you can sign new drivers at the end of each contract period. This occurs every 8 to 11 race weekends. Alright, so these all cost the same. I don't think it's worth to spend 250 or sort of save 250k on getting a way worse driver, because this Mahavir is lower on every stat, and these all cost the same. Okay, you can scroll even further right. Okay, and here it becomes even more expensive. 2 million for him. All right. Why not go with the highest rating for 1 million? I think that's a decent pick. Like, we don't go with the most expensive one, not the second to most expensive one. We go with him. Rating 61 for 1 million. Yeah.
Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone cheaper. Or try and find a sponsor who pays more upfront to offset the cost.
Okay, here we can see the money. Sort of missed that. Okay, so the signing bonus and the power unit and the teammate must add up. Alright. And 15 construction championship points in a season. To achieve that and get all this cash, we will need our teammate to perform well as well to help us score points with his car, right? So maybe we will have to drop
the better the
here.
performance and durability, the better. But be careful about spending all our cash. We're going to have people and facilities to invest in as well. Power unit suppliers will also provide upgrades throughout the season at no extra cost.
Alright. So what if we go with Honda?
Power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
We have 1 million plus. I don't know if it's good to have 1 million plus, because we can then invest in the best driver to help us achieve the... But then we will have 0.
We can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
Okay, let's try and see if we can work with this. I don't know if it's a good choice or not. It's very weird. We have the best sponsor and the best possible driver and the worst power supplier, but having him will help us achieve the construction championship points if this engine is strong enough. Of course, if we put the best car with the worst engine, maybe we can't achieve this. Anyway, I don't know if it's a good combination. I guess we'll have to try and learn, and I don't know if it's good to leave the total amount of money at 0 or if we should have some more to spend. But let's try it.
Edit delivery will be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
Okay, so set up our livery. I think I want to create a new one. Let's see, liveries. 70 edition colors. Okay. Change color. Alright, so we can have this, but we cannot change color for this. No color scheme. Okay, for this ones we can change. These ones are locked, but these ones and those to the right of this one is available. So let's see what type. That looks kind of nice. That looks awesome as well. So I'm sort of thinking that one or the one furthest to the right. Yeah, maybe go with that one and then change the color scheme. So let's see, we have that sort of blackish. I think I'm happy with that. Actually, want it like almost black yet not completely black. It's good. And then we change the red. I want that to be like maybe yellow. We're sort of looking like a Renault now, but what happened? I'm just gonna look into this as well. If we change the color for this one, maybe that's even better. I'm thinking all the blue one, that becomes like black. Oh, we have 3 colors here. All right, that's nice. That's even nicer maybe. Not used to the controls here. The red, the white, I want that to be the yellow stuff then. Sort of like that, and the red can be white maybe actually. Yeah. Let's go with that for now. We can change it later on, but we want to get a move on. So yeah, let's select that one. Back, sponsor decals, not possible. So that's
now
the
we
one.
need a badge for our team branding. Select an existing badge, edit it, or create one from scratch.
All right. Create new, I guess. Emblems. Locked emblems, don't have to check about that. So background, emblems. Let's see if we can get some idea here. Idea, what do we want? Seems to be letters available here, but is there an N? Or what was our team name? Beasting. Is there a B then? Maybe that is like a B. Select that and the background. See if we can find one rather quickly. Maybe that's good. So change color. Now we gotta think, because this will be on a car and the main background of our car is black, so having it black and yellow maybe might be stupid, but we might have to change this around if we see that, because I will now use the opposite colors. I'm thinking it will be yellow, accept, and then the emblem will be change color, and we change the red to black. So that's the color we use on our livery, and it will be replicated here. So yeah, go back, maybe that. Okay, so that we
Last
choose.
but not least, we need to pick team colors for the rest of our branding. You'll see these colors throughout HQ.
I'm actually thinking maybe we should just revert this real quick. Alright, so team colors. Yeah, team colors are like we said. Aha, there it is. Alright. Black, yellow. Yeah, because those are thicker, so those are the main colors, are black and yellow. That's all good. And then we have white. That's just perfect. Yeah. Alright.
Great, that's everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula 1.
Sounds good. And we want to do the full season length, I think. All the tracks, of course, starting with Australia. Race style. F1 2020 allows you to customize your race experience to the way that you want to play. There are 2 race styles available, standard and casual. Each of these styles has different driving assists available in them. Standard race style is for players who already have some experience in racing games, or for those who want to improve their skills. Driving assist can be turned on or off, allowing a truly customized experience. Casual race style is the most accessible Formula 1 experience to date. When enabled, the game will assist you by making the car easier to control on and off track, as well as controlling many of the more complicated car functions like gears and ERS automatically. When in this mode, you also have the options to enable an assist to help you steer and another to reset you to the track if you stray too far. When the steering assist is enabled, you'll need to follow the engineer's race plan in order to pit. When it's time to pit, the steering assist will guide you into the pit entry. If you want to pit sooner, let your team know through the radio with the box this lap command. Alright, I am pretty sure I want to go with the normal mode here, and that's with experience from F1 2019. I know this would be the approach of an average gamer, if an average gamer could enjoy F1 2019, and I think that the one with all the assists and all the help, the casual style, that would be a true beginner, and that's not really the goal for this series. We are looking at an average average gamer approach, so I think that we should then pick normal. Toggle race style. Casual, standard. Okay. So yeah, standard. Full practice, practice length. I can't change this. Qualifying is one shot qualifying, or a short 18 minutes qualifying. In F1 2019, I actually went with a one-shot qualifying, but that is a little bit dangerous if you do not manage to set a good lap. So maybe we should try like the short qualifying setting for the series. I think that's a good way to move forward. I felt in F1 2019 that maybe I should move to that. Yeah. Formation lap of race distance 25%, that's what I used as well. AI driver level. I've actually been, I started at 0 using keyboard in F1 2019. Then I bought a steering wheel and I've successfully been able to raise this to the last one. The last races I've been has been like level 50. I have not driven many races, like only one race I think on level 50. But I think if we should get a good challenge, okay, we're going up to hard, but that's the lowest level of hard. I mean, what is this? Hard, then we have expert and legend. So there are an ultimate. So there is several levels above. So being in the average scope, maybe hard is decent. We'll see. We might need to adjust. We can adjust this during the season. So as we play, if we see that it's too hard or too easy, we can raise it or lower it. But I think that there's also the issue that there has been in F1 2019 there was some inconsistency between different tracks. On some tracks the AI was very hard, and on some tracks they were super easy on the same AI driver level. I don't know how this will work, if this has been more improved to be more consistent over the tracks. We'll just have to try it out, right? So enable pro career, not sure what that is actually. Gameplay settings. Let's see. Practice takes place across 3 separate sessions. Yes. Qualifying positions will be determined from a single session. Yes. The round result will be determined by a single race. Yes. But what is enable pro career? Not sure, but I think this will do for us now. We are not pros, at least not me. I'm average. So flashback, power frame rules, vehicle damage reduced. Or full. Most of the time I played with reduced, like 1.5 seasons, and then I think I changed to full. Not sure how much we should punish ourselves here. You can mention in the comments if you think we should go with full damage. I might actually change that to reduced for now. Dynamic racing lines, I've had corners only actually. I think I even changed it to 2D. Not sure if we on some maps I've just started to disable this, but as an average gamer I think it will be okay to have the racing line on corners only. Many play with the racing line for a long time before they venture to the territory of turning the race line completely off. Although I must admit that when I started turning it off, I felt like I find my own driving style more. I started looking more for driving braking points instead of looking at the race line and deciding when to brake. So in that sense, you get more acclimatized or learn the tracks more. You find your own driving style on the track, and you become independent of this racing line, which is also good. Like if you go play other racing games, but we will see if we feel comfortable, perhaps during practice, that we see we don't feel the racing line, that we don't need it, then we will turn it off. We'll see. But let's keep it on for corners right now. I think that's okay for an average gamer approach. So with this being said, why can't I advance? Start session! There it is. Alright, start session. Meet the press. Alright. Formula One drivers receive a lot of media attention, and how you deal with the press can have an impact on several aspects of your career. Interviews can occur after any session of a race weekend according to what happened and how you performed. How you answer interview questions can affect the morale of your R&D department, your teammates' motivation, and your acclaim. Consider your answers carefully. Refusing to answer can frustrate the press, leading to them asking you tougher questions in future. In my team, your answers can even influence the direction of the team takes before you hit the track. Some answers in your pre-season interview will advance your R&D in a specific area, so choose wisely. The media coaching perk can be purchased through the contract screen at the team headquarters. This perk unlocks additional answers which may get you out of a difficult question or give a bigger boost to your acclaim or the team. There are 3 levels of this perk to unlock. Alright.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT, and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams, and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill, and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
This is just about me, this is about my team, and I'm behind 100% together. We're unstoppable. I won't lie, it's been a lot of work and there's even more to come, but I wouldn't have taken on the task if I didn't believe in myself and my team. Nothing easy is worth doing. I live for challenges like this. Alright. There's no timer on this one. That's a big change from F1 2019. Maybe that will come in the upcoming interviews. But I'm thinking like nothing easy is worth doing. I live for challenges like this. That sort of, yeah. Let's go with that.
Every team needs 2 drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
We've seen what they can do on paper, and I see a lot of potential in them. Every team needs 2 drivers. All right. Sort of a little bit confused there. The question is in singular, and the answer is in plural. Like we have several drivers, but I am actually one of them. So it was tough to get any drivers to sign on to a new team, but I'm glad they took a gamble. Their skill set really suits our team. It was finding the right fit for our team. They understand that we need and appreciate the opportunity we're providing. Yeah, well, that sounds good for like a team owner, right?
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
Haas was looking strong last season. I think we've got that same magic in us. AlphaTauri are a great team. We'll have some close battles with them. I predict we're going to have a few close races with Williams this season. We got nothing but respect for Alfa Romeo Racing, but on track the glove comes off. Maybe we should go with the Alfa Romeo Racing, actually. Yeah, let's try that.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
Sim data looks good, but we won't know until we get out on track. We're focused heavily on maximizing our traction out of corners. Making the car as responsive as possible was one of our main goals. This is going to give us the edge going into corners. The chassis balance is incredible. How are we expecting the car to feel on track? I guess that's the correct answer. We don't know anything as of yet.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
A fresh pair of eyes can find solutions other teams haven't seen, and we found some unique ways of reducing drag. It's going to be tough. We'll have a better picture after the first race. Yeah, that's maybe good. This era has brought a lot of complexity into the power unit, but we've found plenty of room to innovate in our ERS system. Fuel loads are the key to reducing the weight of the car, correct? The efficiency we've got out of the power unit will keep weight down. I think we'll have like a defensive approach as of now. We don't know much, right?
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
We produce a really streamlined car. We expect incredible top speeds on the straight. We developed an incredible light car. This helps with both top speed and through the corners. F1 isn't just one race, it's the whole season's. Rigorous stress testing means we can avoid grid penalties and failures. Overtaking is all about power, so we're working hard to get every bit of performance out of the power unit. This is hard to say because we haven't done any of this, right? So this is an interesting start of the game. You're supposed to answer like technical stuff about your car, which you have like not even seen or driven once yet. So we have done nothing with this car. We're just creating a team, right? We have decided colors and stuff. How do we know this? So I don't know. We'll just pick one.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Our durability department has been really proactive in testing. They catch problems before they become problems. The attention to detail that the chassis department has had an inspiration to the whole team. Aerodynamics are perhaps the biggest part of Formula One. What our team achieved in such a short time is a miracle. Our power unit department really had to hit the ground running when we took delivery of our engines. They've done a great job. Okay, so this sort of these questions, like you saw in the last one, like your chassis departments will notice that in F1 2019 there were like moods, or I don't know how to describe it, but these different departments like power, aerodynamics, durability, etc. Those departments could be like in good moods or bad moods, and I guess the only thing that might affect could be maybe the chance of you can actually fail when you try to develop parts. I'm not sure if that's the case, but that's just the feeling I got in my stomach from F1 2019, that if they're in a bad mood, if you criticize them a lot, then maybe the likelihood of failing a research might increase. I'm not sure, but there were like these mood meters for each department. So I know from F1 2019 that power unit, like getting the power up in your car, is maybe the first thing you want. That's what you want to develop first when the cars are like lowly developed. So we will choose this one for the power unit, give them some positive feedback here, and maybe they will come happy. So we will have positive developments for our power unit.
That's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
All right. Now what? Is our team set up now? I wonder.
Great interview, boss. You nailed exactly what the team's been working on. When you've got time, check the R&D tree to see our current progress and where we think there's room for more. And while you're at it, why not take a stroll around HQ and check on how the team's doing?
Sure. Balancing act. What's this? Here you can see your team's balance. Your sponsors will give you cash each week and extra bonuses when you complete their objectives. These are your resource points. You use them to help the team upgrade the car. You can spend them anytime in R&D. Acclaim. This is your team's acclaim level. As this increases, so does your income from sponsors. Many of the top drivers won't consider moving to a low acclaim team, so get out there and prove yourself on track before approaching them. Alright. All right, so there's our car underneath there. Let's see. Next Grand Prix, Australian Grand Prix. All right. We can advance time. We are now on the 25th of February.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
All right. So we can upgrade the facilities as well using cash. This is more like a different approach than F1 2019, where you like earned points. Here you actually earn cash and you can choose what to spend them on. And there are a lot more to spend them on than it was in F1 2019. Then you can just use the points to like research new advancements in like aerodynamics, chassis, durabilities, and powertrain. But now you have also, you can upgrade these departments. You can do research. You have personnel, marketing, and stuff like that. So here's the R&D section. It is important for all Formula 1 teams to continue to develop their cars throughout a season. Yes. Here you can spend resource points. Alright, so it's still point base, okay, that you have earned on upgrades for your car in any of the 4 departments. From time to time you will also get updates from your engine suppliers. Okay, so there are like 2 currencies, there are like points and cash. As your facilities get upgraded, you will be able to develop more upgrades at one time, speed up the delivery of the upgrades, and have fewer failed upgrades. Okay, so this was like contract perk in F1 2019, that was hard to say. That was contract perks, but now you use cash that you earn to sort of get like the ability to research multiple things at once. Here you buy that as a facility upgrade instead of having that as a contract perk. Okay, some upgrades require other upgrades in order to be developed. Start at the center and work your way outward toward the more complicated and expensive upgrades. Yes. You can earn resource points to spend here through your facilities and through completing practice programs. Yes. Okay, so that's sort of the same as in F1 2019. And here we have the condition of the different vehicle parts, like gearbox, tires, corporate primary sponsor. Okay, we can choose secondary sponsors as well. Secondary sponsor gold bonuses can be earned every race weekend. Alright. And then we have the standings. So secondary sponsors are currently locked. Contracts.
This is the driver market. From here you can see pertinent details on each driver in the sport. Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around, this is where you will approach any drivers you wish to hire.
Alright, so then we see that Lewis Hamilton's market value is 19.5 million and Nick De Vries, who we hired, has a 2 million, so quite the gap there. Interesting. Finances, alright, so this we will need to keep an eye on. Finance history, customization. Okay, here we can change the stuff which we previously did. Interesting. R&D, here we can set up research, and here you see the morale, like the happiness of each department. Currently the morale for all of them are normal, and they will be affected by interview questions, stuff like that. No R&D in progress. Yes. All right. Interesting. This is super interesting. We have now created our team, and I think we will break the first episode here. It's becoming a long episode. We have created our team. It's set up. We will have a deeper look into this if it's anything we need to change before we advance or develop or stuff like that. Anything we need to initiate before we advance to the next to Australian Grand Prix. So, thank you all for watching this first episode. I'm really looking forward to this series. I think we will have a great time. I hope you'll find it interesting. If you like this episode, please leave a like and maybe a comment. If you want to stay tuned for new content, subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye bye.